Yeah, Balcones.
All right. So you'll get this. You already took the thing off. Okay, we're good. We are drinking Balcones Lineage. It's a single malt whiskey. For the full in-depth information about Balcones, we encourage you to go check out episode 109, I think it was, of ours, where we interviewed Balcones brand educator Alex Elrod. You can also find it in the whiskey section of our YouTube page if you want to watch on YouTube. We had a pretty good time with him.
Yeah, he was awesome.
Yes. We're going to give a quick background, though, as usual, before getting into this whiskey. So Balcones was Texas's first official distillery back in 2008, when they originally started as an idea to create a brew pub, and then it grew to become a distillery, and they officially started distilling in 2009. There are several different things that help Balcones whiskey have a unique taste. We've definitely seen this in different regions. If you're not a huge whiskey person, or you're limited in your whiskey experience, people just think of Tennessee and Kentucky, but I personally enjoy whiskeys from many different regions outside of there, because there are things like the water, the climate, that really impact the whiskey. And so for Balcones, their unique taste comes from the water, the Texas climate, and then the fact that they're using a single malt make their bourbons and ryes through that single malt lens.
Yeah, I thought that was interesting when we talked to him, that he said everybody there, they're big single malt fans. Yeah. Mm-hmm. And that they kind of make it all through that single malt lens, mm-hmm. which obviously if you're making a bourbon or rye, normally you don't do that. But yeah.
Yep.
By the way, just to interrupt, this smells amazing. I'm looking forward to getting your reaction to it.
Okay.
But go ahead.
We don't want to take away too much from the episode with Alex, because it was really fantastic and he had a lot of great information. We really, really recommend that you go check out that episode, whether it's on YouTube or Spotify or Apple. We're also excited because we've talked about this, we might have even mentioned it when we were talking to Alex, how much we really want to get out there.
Yeah.
We've wanted to go there. And we now have an opportunity. We're going to be out there in February.
Yeah.
And making a trip out to Balcones. So I'm really excited for that.
Yeah. And subscribe to our YouTube mm-hmm. if you're into whiskey, because we're going to be doing some vlogging stuff. Yeah. Vlogging.
So anyway, their products that we've reviewed on the show include the Texas Rye, one of my favorites. It's a go-to of mine.
Yeah.
Pot Still Bourbon and Brimstone. So they also have other products that you might have seen or heard of, which include Baby Blue. We saw that. I don't remember where we were that we saw that. I think we might have been in South Dakota.
That might be. Mm-hmm. Yeah, that you're right.
Yep. And then they have their regular single malt. Do you want to? What is that other one?
They have a single malt. They have the Cataleja, which is also a single malt. And then they have their Mirador Eclipse, mm-hmm. which was a special edition one that they put out this year during the eclipse. That was the launch party.
Oh, cool. Yes. So the one we're drinking today, Lineage, it aims to balance the American single malt and that taste of Texas, which absolutely is in their whiskey.
Yeah. Oh, for sure.
And so they take that taste of Texas with the old world tradition of single malts. It features Texas grown and malted barley aged in refill oak alongside Scottish Golden Promise malted barley. And this particular one has won a bunch of awards. One other thing I really like about Balcones is their website is very thorough in describing their process and what makes them unique. And you know me, and when I'm doing getting history and researching, I love a site that tells me all the things.
Yeah,
that's what we like to dive into.
Yeah.
So their site is great.
It is, yeah.
All right. And then, okay, no, I have one more thing.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, taking the Scottish Golden Promise and then the Texas grown malted barley should lead to an interesting combo.
Yeah.
I would think.
Yeah.
So you sniffed it.
And
you've tasted it too?
I took a little taste. It's interesting because, I mean, we do a lot of bourbons. Mm-hmm. We do a lot of rye. We don't do a lot of single malts. So this is completely different. I'm going to let you do a little sniffing and tasting while I catch up with the chat. Josiah joining us saying, yo, will McConkey be ready to play for playoffs next week? I don't know. I haven't heard an update on his injury. I actually thought he was kind of questionable, but I did not expect him to miss that game last night. So just going to have to keep your eye on the injury reports and keep an eye on our YouTube. We will let you know. And do you think the Steelers is the real test? People were saying Ravens. Steelers that's another team that they're just so well coached, and they've looked good this year. They've looked the part. So it will be interesting. What do you think of the smell here?
I got 3 things right away.
Okay.
Leather.
Okay, I can get a little bit of that. Caramel.
And Texas.
Interesting. See, I almost get like
Isn't that leathery kind of? Is that what I'm smelling? It's like caramel leather.
Maybe a slight hint of that. Yeah, I get a lot of almost like baking spice, or not baking spice, like a baked fruit is what I meant to say. You smell it again. There's something sweet fruitiness.
Caramel.
There. No,
it's caramel mixed
caramel's
with
not
apple.
Fruitiness. Maybe apple. It smells really freaking good either way. As soon as I smelled this, it's completely different than
Where's your whiskey wheel? Your tasting wheel?
I don't have it here right now.
How don't you have it here?
Well, it's somewhere that I'd have to search for it, and I'm not going to do that well.
This goes back to leading back to you not being organized.
This, you can smell bourbon and you can smell rye, and this is just completely different. It just hits you completely different, and it's really unique. I don't know. I really like the smell of it. Have you tasted it?
No, I'm just about to.
All right. The dog has decided she's had enough. She just nudged me. What do you get from it?
I've got to try it 2 more times.
All right, 2 more times. Again, if you're just joining us, we are drinking Balcones Lineage, which is one of their single malt whiskeys. That's kind of their single malts are their bread and butters. They have a very good bourbon and a very good rye. Don't get me wrong, but this is like the thing that they really love.
This has a good mouthfeel to it.
Yeah, it does. It's thicker, but not like creamy thick. And it's smooth. There's absolutely no like burn or heat.
No, but it warms your belly.
Yeah, it's warming, but there is no there's definitely no burn. It's very smooth. I'm trying to figure out what I'm tasting though, besides deliciousness, but that's not a taste profile.
But is there? I'm just gonna throw this out there because I'm second guessing myself. Is there peat? Do you taste peat?
Maybe a little. I see what you're saying. Yeah, you get kind of a finish of a peat or even just an Irish whiskey.
Or Scotch.
Yeah, Scotch. That's a peat.
Well, I guess that would be Scotch.
Going to Scotch.
No, it's Pete.
Who's Pete?
Get out.
Yeah, I'm not sure. I'm still getting a baked apple almost.
Baked goods of some
baked
sort.
Goods.
And peat. And there's a sweetness there. It's good. It's good.
Is the sweetness more caramel or more like molasses?
Caramel.
Caramel, you think? Okay.
It's not molasses.
It's not molasses. All right.
No.
I believe you.
Did you look up any of their profile that they have online?
I didn't. I can look it up right now and let you know.
I did not include that. But no, I like it. What are your thoughts? How do you think it'll stand up in an old fashioned?
I think it'll be really good.
I think it's going to make an interesting one.
Yeah, for sure. Like I said, it's just so different than drinking a bourbon or a rye, but a good different. Definitely a good different. And I'm impressed with, you mentioned the mouthfeel, impressed with that, but also just how, it goes down easy. I don't, I about said something that probably sounds really weird and inappropriate, but it just glides down your throat. It literally does. Like, I just feel like it's just like, oh,
Don't do that again. Just don't do that again. It's very
Fair
good
enough.
though. It is easy. It's an easy. Could you have just said it's an easy drink?
It's
an easy one.
I'm sorry that bothered you. It's just what popped into my head that it's just, I don't know.
Okay.
That's just me. I'm getting there. Hang on. We are drinking
Lineage.
I know what we're drinking. I'm trying to find it. There it is.
I found it before you, and you're looking at.
Get out of here. All right. So on the nose, sweet and indulgent, sourdough starter and cream soda, mulled cider, which that's maybe where I was getting the apple, bruised bananas, and peaches.
We were way off.
Well, we usually are because, I mean, everybody smells things differently. These are done by experts. I would not say we're in the expert range.
I would say I'm just
you
kidding.
are. You're
I'm
right.
kidding. I'm kidding. But you said I was right, so.
Yeah. Well, no matter what you smell or taste, you're right. So.
Why was I getting leather?
I'm not sure. After you said it, I got a hint of it.
Just a tiny bit. Like not like overpowering or anything, but a little like carameled leather.
And then taste, caramelized sweetness, soft oak, manuka honey, chestnuts, and a hint of red wine reduction. That's pretty interesting.
Man, I was way off with my peat.
And then a finish, engaging notes of pineapple upside down cake and creamy Vietnamese tea linger on a soft
the Vietnamese
finish.
Tea.
Is that what you're tasting?
It was totally that Vietnamese tea.
Are you just saying that, or
yes?
Yes.
Just because my when I was getting off of it, but there's a lot of uniqueness to it.
There is. Now,
and
I might
everything
not
you just read sounds very unique.
Yeah.
Pineapple upside down cake. Yeah. Vietnamese tea.
I had when I went to sniff, there was a hair on my glass, and now it's like really bugging my nose.
Sweetness.
Yeah. No, I don't get those notes. I rarely do get the notes that they list, but this is really good.
It is really good.
I really like it. We're starting to get spammed by All Game Streaming on. Right. Thanks for that. We are go ahead and delete your comments. Thanks for that. So when you know you've made it big, when you start getting spammed. This is really good. I highly recommend. They weren't
telling you to put a shoe on your head.
That's true. That guy wasn't spamming. He just really wanted me to put a shoe on my head. That was last week. If you weren't here Thursday, Renee, somebody named Renee really wanted me to put a shoe on my head. Have a good night to you as well, Dylan. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Cheers to you. And good luck in your fantasy playoffs. We'll be back Thursday doing start sits. I highly recommend checking out the Balcones Lineage. I've liked all their stuff a lot.
I have. I'm still we should do a Balcones side by side again sometime.
Yeah.
But I'm still just a huge fan of their rye. It will always be a go-to for me because it is so unique.
It is.
It is like, and it's that taste of Texas.
I know. I remember after you first had it, you're like, this literally, the way I could explain it is it's a little taste of Texas. So